Hey y'all, it's Simply Asia from Rare Radar, and today we're back with another rare reaction. And I got a couple friends with me today. Today we'll be reacting to none other than Clubhouse, the most secret app out there right now. So I'm gonna let everybody else introduce themselves, and then we can get right into the topic.
What's good, y'all? I'm Erica from Gray Area Podcast, Rare Reactions, repping Rare Radar. You already know what it is. From St. Louis, Midwest crew. What's good?
Hey y'all, I'm Jessica Ray, repping Saint Radio Sounds on Apple Music, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
What's up, guys? I'm Jarrett, repping Legion Customs from St. Louis.
Hey everybody, my name is Ryan from Long Beach, California, out here as a special guest in the channel. I'm glad to be here.
All right, yes, we're adding more people. Love it. New year, new voices, new vibes. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much today we're just gonna be talking about like our Clubhouse experience. I know most of these people on here, but we met Ryan through Clubhouse. So we're just going to be talking about Clubhouse 101, how to navigate the app and to make connections and create cool content. So yeah, I guess first we can start about like everybody can go around and talk about how they heard about Clubhouse and what do they feel like initially, what do they feel like their purpose on that was going to be. For me, I found out about it through Twitter because I follow like a lot of music industry people, and I heard them like it was some virus stuff going about like Russell Simmons or whatever. So I was like, what is this app or whatever? So I had just put it on Instagram, and then like one of my mentors, he had ended up giving. I put on Instagram that I wanted an invite, and one of my mentors had gave me an app, give me an invite, and yeah, ever since then it's just been up. It's just been a cool vibes. But what about you, Erica?
So I heard of Clubhouse from Asia. She was the plug, and she invited pretty much all of like our friend group in. And I thought it would be really beneficial for me, being that I am also in the industry, kind of sort of trying to stick my toe in, and definitely like in the media industry and all that stuff. And I felt like it would be a good way to connect with people and network, and I've been doing just that. So it's been pretty good so far.
Sure.
Yeah, so for me, I actually got invited by Erica. And
you see that? Just
me,
dot connector.
Yeah, it's connecting the dots.
Real dot connector, okay?
Come on, real dot connector. You're gonna talk about that later. Yeah.
Period. But for me, I use it mostly for networking. I'm a playlist curator, so for me, it was good to get some new artists to connect with and people from my city to connect with as well. During COVID, it's really hard to be out and about and be able to network with people. So I use this app purely for connecting, having a good time, meeting new people, and just seeing different artistry out there. So yeah.
What about you, Jarrett?
So for me, as we all know, Clubhouse is an audio app, and it's in beta mode, and it's pretty low key, it's pretty private, and it's invite only. So I was, graced with the invite from our friend Asia with Rare Radar. And so what Clubhouse is for me is basically just somewhere to create vibes, somewhere to run my mouth, hear different points of view, and to brand network.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
So I'm really different. So I actually heard of Clubhouse because of the video with DJ Academics and other rappers who was getting on their head. So it made me download the application and see what's about. It's gonna be like another like Discord app where everybody get to talk at the same time around the world. But I feel like it was more than just that. It was more about like network. It gave you like classes. It gave you like, advice on certain topics. So I've been using that very constantly. And I'm really glad, the developers made this type of app because it networks with people, makes you connect with people, makes you vibe with people at the same time. So
yeah, I will say that I feel like this app is super unique because like we have access to the developers and like they do town halls. Like I don't know which day it is, it's like a Tuesday or something, but they do like town halls every week.
Clubhouse has so many vibes to it. You can go into one room and laugh. You can go into one room and learn about stocks. You can go into one room and get relationship advice. You can go into our room and learn about the new music that's coming out, different artists to look into, and we actually give the stage to new artists that are just trying to get their music out there and put their music out there as well. So if you're thinking about joining Clubhouse, just be aware of the different rooms that you can go into. Obviously it's what you put your energy into, so don't always think you have to go into something that you don't want to, but it's really what you make it.
Yeah. And there's two different kinds of Clubhouse, by the way. There's Clubhouse like before 8 p.m. and then there's Clubhouse after 8 p.m. Right? What I like to call Clubhouse after dark. So like, in the normal hours of like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., people be on their business tips. They be talking about, I don't know, stocks and, making connections and like really like doing like the Lord's work from those hours. But after 8 p.m., it gets a little wild. So,
It's a little
I've
different.
seen, huh?
I said it's different.
It's different. There's a lot of wild rooms out there. But so, I mean, it depends on what your vibe is. Do you want to be serious or do you just want to, play around? So either way, but you can do both. That's the good thing about the app. You can really do both. You know what I mean? You don't have to be all serious or you don't have to be all play. You can easily do both.
Yeah, I always say that, like, just because are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have COVID, y'all. I don't have COVID.
I hope not.
I don't have COVID.
Okay. But no, like, I feel like, honestly, Clubhouse is kind of like Twitter but with the voice, or LinkedIn with the voice. It's kind of what you make it, honestly. Because I've been on the app since like October. And initially when I got on there, it was like all industry people. It was no regular people. So as soon as I got invites, I'm like, let me bring my friends in. Like, because we do stuff like this in real life. So I'm like, I think this would be dope to do on the like actual app. And since then, it's just been dope. Like, I've made a lot of dope connections with people in LA, a lot of people from like Texas and things like that, who I can honestly like, ooh, I have somewhere to travel now to like network with them in real life. So it's been cool. But a lot of people think it's like elitist as far as the invite only. How do y'all feel about like the app being in beta mode? Do y'all feel like it should open up to the rest of the world?
No.
Why not?
No. And it's gonna sound real messed up, right? I was actually talking to somebody about this a few weeks ago. It sounds really messed up, like, the app opened it up to quote unquote regular people, but really like, like the app is for like people like in different industries. Like it started off like in the tech industry, like it's as far as I understand, and then like the music industry and like the media industry, blah blah blah. But like now just regular people, who are in it now. And it's like, I don't know, like the vibe is different now. Like I don't know what y'all think, but I feel like the vibe on Clubhouse is just different now. And I don't know, I miss the old days, like in October, November, when it was just like more people like in the industry, and like we had like kind of like a doper kind of like vibe. I don't know. But so I like it being invite only. I don't think it should open up to other people, but that's just it. That's just me.
I beg to differ. I think I enjoy being able to find different rooms that isn't always industry and music and all of that stuff. But I will say that I think it's a if it makes sense, like a good marketing tool to keep it like invite only, because it keeps it down and eventually people are going to get in just like they are now. But at the same time, it's like when you find out about the app, it's like, oh, you can't get in unless you get an invite. So it's like you want to know more about the app. Like what's so, what I'm saying? Oh, what's the invite? Oh, let me see if I can get an invite to get in. And then when you get in, and you figure out like what's going on, I just feel like, it builds the anticipation up.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely builds the anticipation, and it's just kind of like FOMO. Like you feel like you being left out of something. Like, it had been times where like our friends were like, "Oh, give me an invite" or something like that. And it's just like, at that moment, I felt like I wasn't giving out any more invites to people, because not because of the connections I was already making on there, just like, I don't know, because people really like, if you're on that app and you do something crazy, or somebody did something crazy who you nominated, they will hunt them people down and figure out who nominated who. Like it's literally like, whose man is this type of situation. So you gotta protect yourself, like, 'cause especially in this cancel culture type of days, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
that's yeah.
they gave me 3 invites this morning. Them must gonna sit there because who else I'm gonna invite? I don't know anybody else who I want to invite, honestly. But what about you, Ryan?
Yeah.
Because you seem like, yeah, you got her on the later days. So you was one of those people like, oh shoot, let me hear the drama. You know what I'm saying? Well, how did you feel about like hearing about it and then like, damn, how can I get on this app like from the other side?
Well, for me, because I'm all about the TA. If there's some TA, I'm trying to get in. So you feel me? But it's it goes both ways. You feel me? It could be, you know, just like what Jared said. It could, sometimes you don't want to do, business related stuff. Sometimes you just want to chill and vibe and stuff. But I know it gets to a point where people just joining in. There's like trolls. There's like people who just, how can I say it? Just basically like BSing on the app. So I know it's very. I'm glad it's like on better mode, but at the same time, it can open a lot of doors for a lot of people who trying to get into these like businesses or trying to like learn about certain things because maybe you don't want to go to YouTube, maybe you don't want to pay for this class, such and such. Maybe you just want to go on Clubhouse and get like a live commentary and take down your notes, be the easiest way.
That part.
Yeah, I'm like Clubhouse is honestly workshops for free. Like it's
Mhm.
been
Yeah.
so many free gems on there, you know what I'm saying? Like and also it's been a lot of ruckus with people just spewing like fake news or just like false information. So I feel like if you are looking to get on the app, you just have to practice discernment to figure out like, do your little research, just figure out if this person knows what they're talking about and things like that. Don't be so gullible, you know what I'm saying? So what has been the most craziest, without I guess not a lot of details going into what was said, but what has been the craziest room that y'all been in or the most impactful room y'all been in?
I think for me, the most impactful room I've been in was the beat battles that are hosted by a couple of famous producers. Um, I think it's so impactful because of the fact that they played a 30-second beat that they made, I don't know how long ago, but a 30-second beat to producers that have made beats for the celebrities that we listen to every day, and they literally have asked them to send it to their email. Like that's an opportunity that can change someone's life, you know? And I think for me, just sitting in the audience and just listening to it, um, it made me feel like anybody can do whatever they put their mind to or do whatever they put their work into and, see reward from it. So um, I think Clubhouse is a great opportunity if you use it the right way. And you don't have to have 1,000 followers to get up on that stage. You can literally, your Instagram, your social media stuff can do the work for you because people, that's the first thing people press on when they go to your profile. So for me, that was the most impactful, just seeing that and seeing people's lives change overnight from an audio app.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. I wouldn't even say like your social media is what plays a part. It's really your personality. Like, can you hold a conversation? Can you add to conversations? Because it'd be times where people will raise their hand or get on stage and they don't really say much. And, they're not really saying much. But if you're in a room with somebody, you actually have something to add value or to the conversation, then yeah, you may connect with a Cardo or, or somebody just in the industry who wants to know you outside of the app. And it's been a lot of opportunities where people getting signed, people getting like money, people getting like placements, people getting clients, people getting like, it's just so cool. I just think it's just unlimited. But for me, my most impactful room, it was this festival room that I was in. It was impactful for me because I'm like, dang, even though festivals isn't happening right now, like I applied for festivals last year and I almost made it in this particular company. Like the person who was like doing the hiring thing, she knew me. She's like, hey, Asia, I remember you, da 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 da. Like the person was in there, he did a whole rundown on me. He's like, yeah, this Asia from Red Radar, she does this, and I'm like, dang, like people really like know who I am or know of my brand. So that was kind of impactful to me, just like, you know, I'm doing the right things and I'm able to connect with them now, like in real time. So that was impactful. And it's also this room that 21 Savage did. It wasn't a regular room at first, but they ended up, it was like 2 a.m. This was like when Clubhouse first started. Well, first started for us, you know what I'm saying? But he was talking about like credit and like all different type of stuff, and they were just giving so much gems. It's this girl named Crystal that be on there. She's a lawyer, entertainment lawyer, and she was just breaking down like everything. And that was just impactful for me because I always wanted to be an entertainment lawyer. So yeah.
Yeah. I think the craziest room I've been in, there's a lot of crazy rooms, but there's a really famous one called the Moan Room, and it's insane. Insane. It's quite literally
Allegedly. They know about the moment. People was sure. Yeah, they know about it.
Yeah, whatever. Allegedly, fine. But allegedly, there's this room, and basically you get a cash prize, a pretty hefty one if I do say so myself. You get a cash prize if you can moan the best. Like, I don't know who sat around and thought about this, but they did. So they've done that before. There's been like a grunt room, which is like the male version of it. So it's crazy. Like, who sat around and thought, you know what, this would be a nice room. We're gonna give people money to see who can moan the best. Like, I don't know who thought about that, but hey, here we are. So that's by far the craziest.
For the entertainment, huh? You said thanks for the entertainment.
Yeah, right. Like, thanks, I guess. I mean,
entertainment.
Yeah.
But people be trolling though, and that's another thing about Clubhouse is like trolling. Like, it's even got to the point where people, they've had to make a rule to like for people not to troll. But like on the moment, people be trolling half the time, so they don't even be serious. Like, they just be like, one girl rapped a Nicki Minaj verse, like it was, you know, I mean, whatever. But yeah. So the Moan Room, by far the craziest room I've seen. That and the academics room, that was cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jarrett?
For me, a lot of the rooms, how can I explain it? Like, I purposely go into certain rooms. Like, I just don't go room hunting. So a lot of rooms that I go in is meaningful because I meaningly go in there, if that makes sense. But for like one that was like, that's gonna always stick out to me was one actually last night, and it was a room about, I don't remember the title like verbatim, but it's basically was like gay men ask straight men questions and like vice versa. And so it was like a room where a gay male and a straight male could coexist and like ask each other questions without like that stigma, if that makes sense. So it was like, that was pretty dope. Yeah. So in this rooms like that the Clubhouse like brings to the table, like it's not always like that, and that's why I'm glad it's not always techy or musicy or, you know, I'm like, because there's a lot of different conversations that can be had from different people from around the world with different backgrounds, and it can just drop knowledge in your life and like make and have an aha moment like that makes sense. Because it, you know, like I'll give you like last night, it was just like black male was just like being appreciative of the room, because it was like, you know, growing up, you don't have these conversations, so you don't know, so you're ignorant, so you do build these homophobic statements and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's dope as hell. I did see that room, but I didn't go in there. But that's dope as fuck. I love that. Brian, did you go?
Nah, I didn't go.
Okay, go
ahead. So there was it was a room where a lot of people, you know, giving like confessions. There was like two moderators who are giving like life lessons. I feel like that was very enlightening for me because, you know, there was a lot of people in there that had like similar situations that, you know, I probably had too. So in order to get that advice and, you know, take it and move on with it, I feel like that was very powerful, and it was very like, you know, uplifting. You know, you have people outside, you know, UK, Portland, everywhere, you know, just being together and, you know, sharing and then giving the advice back and then use it in the real world. I feel like that was pretty dope on my end.
Yeah, the UK Clubhouse people, man, if you just like
that's a whole different world.
It's really a whole nother world. Like, you could be having some tea, honey. I be up there like, what happened? Like, I be listening, trying to figure out what the hell they talking about. But even with that, wait, Jessica, did you go?
Yeah, I went.
Okay. Just like even with that, it's also just brought out like how disconnected we are, just like as a people. because it's so many like, you know, race wars and stuff like that. But honestly, like when UK people coming into my rooms, I personally be like, hey, you know, like, are you from the UK? Like, we had some cool ass conversations with some UK people. Like, we would talk about the differences between like black on black violence within the countries. Erica, was you in there?
Yeah, I think
We
so.
talking about like, yeah, and like in America, you know, like people get shot, but theirs is like, you know, they be stabbing people and shit like that, and it's just like it's just weird just to talk about the differences, but it's similar. It's like it's the same at the same time. So, yeah, I love conversations with different people, like, because I feel like you can always learn from somebody, and just I feel like sometimes, you know, it's okay to sit in the audience. Like if you know you don't have a place or have nothing to add to the conversation, just, you know, stay in the audience. Or if you see a conversation going way too left, you know, protect your peace and leave quietly. You know what I'm
And
saying?
leave quietly.
And
Yeah,
if
so
you're hosting a
Protect your
room
peace.
and the conversation is going too far and you can't moderate,
Man, let me tell you about Asia
and
moments,
abruptly.
man. Asia will end the room so fast, abruptly. You will be mid-word, and then you just see, just the room is done. But
Man,
I
get a real
I
understand.
do.
message at time.
Yeah,
Understand.
room is ended. No, for you got to, because like sometimes it can just, because people, sometimes people don't know to be quiet. Like I had a
Yeah.
room about like love. This was the one room that I was okay with, like it staying open. That room was open for like 12 hours, y'all. Like I had went to sleep, woke back up, it was still up. But it was
What room?
great, healthy conversation. I will say every room that I've hosted ain't get too toxic, but I don't know if that's just the energy that, you know, we curate. But some of these rooms can go left real fast. And if they do, I'm just gonna tell you now, just end that motherfucker. Cause I'm not about to yell at nobody over the phone. Like that's
Or
crazy.
just knock everybody off the stage, reset the room.
Reset,
That's
reset.
another thing. Yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say. Like with Clubhouse, if you get an invite, or for those that are watching that is like interested in it, there's some things that you like need to learn to do on the app, and then there's some things that like personally I've learned from the app. And so like etiquette is definitely one. So definitely like knowing how to read the room when you come into a room, like not jumping on stage and like trying to introduce yourself too quick, or what this room talking about, what this room about, da, 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 da. Like read the title of the room, read the energy. Like, is this a room that you want to be a part of? Is this a room that like do your energy match? Like, or am I going to be a value, or am I just gonna make it worse? It was another one, like they use terms like what they say, one mic,
Yeah,
six mics.
one mic, six mics, six mics.
Yeah. So it's just like different terms that you need to know, and it's really simple, but then it's not, because we humans. But basically, it's like wait your turn to talk, don't talk over nobody, things like that.
Yeah.
So, and then the other one that you guys talking about basically was like, I like to call it listen and let be. Like just listen. If you don't agree or disagree. Also, if you're gonna listen to just hear a different point of view, and then you can compare the two. You don't always have to like give a response back. It's not like no one is like specifically talking to you and like attacking you. Just listen and let be.
Right. I've
That
heard it a
part.
lot. People say like, "Oh, you're listening to respond, not listening to understand," and that's like a real true statement. And I feel like
Yeah.
Clubhouse really has just like, well, we already knew this with Twitter, but I feel like Clubhouse in real time, like voice hearing it just shows how like people, man, I'm trying to think of the way to say it, but it just shows how like people are just like they feed attention. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone's just like
Happen.
capping, yeah. Clubhouse, that's what some people call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like they feel attention. Is you could tell just through conversations that some people like straight was not loved right when they was little, and it's sad. But because it'll be a room like we'll be talking about something fun, and then somebody will be talking about like, oh yeah, black men, or just like something very traumatic, and it's just like, damn, like who hurt you for real? Like that shit.
Like I slay demons and they carry my luggage, like stuff like
Oh
that. Like
yeah.
That
Or
was
like,
whoa.
entertaining for
or why
sure.
men deserve
Oh my
less.
god.
Like, what was the wildest title y'all heard on Clubhouse?
The widest title that I heard on Clubhouse, or what I saw on Clubhouse, was, it actually wasn't a title,
Mhm.
but when I went into the room, they were saying that you cannot call yourself black if you do not know your black, and or if you don't know your black ancestors or your black lineage. If your ancestors does not stem back to Africa itself, And if you don't know the information, you can't consider yourself Black.
Man, I stay away from them rooms
To
because
be loud and wrong.
Loud and wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen and let be.
Right.
No, leave quietly. No, don't listen to that shit. Leave quietly.
Leave quietly.
Oh yeah, I left quietly because I was like, I'm not listening to this.
Yeah.
You know,
go ahead, Erica. Go ahead.
I'll just say my biggest thing with Clubhouse though, the cap on this app. People have been exposed left and right, honey, for just lying. You know what I'm saying? Like people, I know it's like a running joke that like certain people, like somebody calls them like if someone calls themselves like a dot connector, that's they're not really a dot connector. Like people have been really exposed.
Oh, I've
so,
heard
like,
that before.
A&Rs,
yeah.
A&Rs. The A&Rs.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like somebody should bring that up or not. But yeah, the A&Rs and stuff like that. People be saying they're an A&R, but they're not really an A&R. So it's just the cap on this. People be getting exposed for saying they work with different people, they've written for people when they haven't, and it's just like, man, like that's a horrible way to go out, man. If you, that's like more than going outside. That's something else. But that's probably the biggest thing on Clubhouse that I've seen is like the cap.
Yeah.
The cap.
Yeah, but also within that, we've also had some really amazing times on Clubhouse. I forgot we didn't even talk about this earlier, but we also have 2 clubs on Clubhouse. One is called Hustlers Hub, which basically is a space for people that's from St. Louis who are artists, creatives, entrepreneurs, just everybody who's like doing dope stuff in St. Louis. And then we also have the group called Let Me Put You On. I should let Jessica say it.
I know.
Say it, Jess. Say it, Jess.
No.
Say it, Jess. Say it, Jess.
No.
She's not ready.
It goes something like this.
But I did briefly talk about it earlier. And but you can go more into detail about it. But tell us what we do.
What we do. Okay. So pretty much we host all different types of rooms, honestly. Let Me Put You On is just, it started from the Great Area Podcast. It's something that we always said on our, like, let me put you on. Like, we'll just pick a product or pick a song or something like that and just put people onto that. And then we just stemmed it and made it into like a whole situation where we're putting people onto different music every Friday, 6:30 Central Time. And we also had like trivia rooms. We had talent shows. We talk about like love. We talked about cryptocurrency and investing. And like, yeah, we got a lot more stuff coming up. But
we talked about hotels.
Yeah. What? Hotel. Oh yeah, hotels.
Drama.
We talked about all
this. We talking about Jasmine. No,
we had a
shout out to Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah. We have appreciation rooms. We have all different type of stuff. It's more definitely on the positive side rather than negative. But yeah, I'm super excited that like we all connected and we've created like really cool stuff. Like people straight know that. Like people thought we all met on Clubhouse. I mean, we met Ryan on Clubhouse and like a couple of our other friends. Shout out to them. But yeah, like people thought like initially we all met on Clubhouse. I was like, nah, bro, these just my friends, but we do this in real life. Like we always collaborate and talk crazy stuff. So it's just been cool to like add onto that and to mix it, mingle, and meet more people.
Yes. It's been a huge blessing. I love it.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought from an audio app? Who would have known?
Right, because it's like I made connections on Twitter, but like I feel like I was kind of disconnected from the industry since I had been writing in the industry. Since then I've kind of been disconnected, but now it's kind of resurfacing and I feel like damn, like it's close, like somebody hired me and it could happen, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
going to happen.
It's going to
happen. It will happen. It's already happened.
Yes, they're already typing up the invite.
They are. Little do you know.
Little do I.
They trying to like see how they can properly address you.
Yeah.
Like how you addressing them, how they can properly address Asia.
Yeah. All of that. Oh, y'all too. Shoot. And I appreciate y'all. Like, not a single moment, but I do appreciate y'all. Like, this is just dope to me that like, especially like Jarrett isn't in the industry and stuff, but he straight can like shine that element. So it just even made me appreciate my friends more. Like I talk to y'all every day now.
Yeah.
Same city, like we
didn't talk
every day, friend. We didn't talk every
day. We talk like twice a week.
Yeah, twice a week, but like we straight, I feel like we just got closer. and we're creating cool shit.
Yeah, you definitely can create a bond over Clubhouse. Like, that's definitely, like, of course, you have to watch out for the fakes, but at the same time, you just create that vibe.
People know when they come into our rooms, it's always good vibes. Laugh, you're gonna definitely laugh. That's one thing. And then the second thing is you're gonna leave like with the actual like friend. You're gonna be like, instead of a follower, you're gonna leave with like I'm gonna come back in their room because they seem like my cousins. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good vibes on the side.
For sure.
Yep, it's a free space.
Yeah, Ryan, give us a review, Ryan. How do you feel about our
right? Because Ryan is Ryan is like a newer.
Yeah, he our cousin. Yeah, he knew.
A new cousin. Yeah, he's a new cousin.
Because I knew who's our new cousin.
About 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
I said, give us a review. How's our vibes? How you like being part of the family?
The vibe is good, most definitely. I feel like y'all are a real good group of people. I feel like, y'all got your own little, style on how y'all saying stuff. I'm still trying to get the St. Louis accent. I'm trying to understand that as fast as possible. But I really mess with the group, like heavy. Shout out to Dom for making me introduce all of y'all. So
shout out to Dom.
Dom, my little sis. Yeah, shout out to her. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Like, I don't know if they want me to say their names here because I don't, But I'm cool. I know Dom on mine, but yeah, shout out to the Clubhouse Vibe curators. How about that?
Yes, group chat is lit. Okay, gives me life.
Okay, what you gonna say, Jarrett?
I was just gonna say that we're very diverse, although it is the majority of us are from St. Louis. We're across like the US. We got from New York, North Carolina,
Atlanta,
California, Atlanta.
Libya.
Yeah, so it's like we're kind of spread out. So we're very diverse. Everybody kind of do something different, Even though it's kind of in the same area, everybody still kind of do something different.
Yeah.
And so I'm just enjoying it. Yeah, dope.
Period. Well, yes, you guys. Like, I guess if you guys have any questions about Clubhouse, or if you guys want to join our club, all the information, all the information will be down below in the description box, and I will list all these lovely people. Their social media is in a description box as well, so that y'all can connect with them.
You gon' stop.